It's going badly. It's going really badly. It's going really badly. Hello viewers, welcome back to AFC Thames with DoctorBenjyFM. It's going. It's not going. It's not really going. If you can see, if I sort of just, I'll go off. Just look, it's there. There's Osler, and there's the points, and oh dear. Yeah, look, we've got a few games in hand on the teams above us. That's something to be hopeful about. 2 games today against Dorking and Wellston. So look, 2 games that we can maybe get something from. That's every game, Ben. I say that about every game. Doesn't matter who I'm playing. Could be top of the league, could be bottom of the league. Could get something from it. But no, it's the recent form. That's where the concern is beginning to set in. There it is, look. Out of all 3 cup competitions. Oh, just like that. Just like that, viewers. I thought I'd get to December, because of course we started on October. Started off the season, you know, three games to start things off, no defeats. I thought, oh, hello, there's another title charge. No, there isn't. There isn't, viewers. You can see the cup games there. We got a win against West Auckland. The 6-0 defeat to Boston United was a moment. I think the phrase I would use, viewers, is, where is it? Was sobering. You can see the goals there. Jay Barnum, we were 5-0 down at half-time, and they were good. That's the man that's destroyed me. I'm surprised. But yeah, I found the levels there. The concerning thing for me is that Boston United are in the north, and we're in the south, so let's not play them ever, please. 1-1 against Western Supermare before being knocked out of the FA Cup by Lewis, which is a bit annoying. A former team have worked the space as well. That's even more annoying. Dartford and Worthing, 2 draws there, and then back-to-back defeats, Weymouth and Haverton Waterlooville, who had on a lovely FA Cup run a few years ago, I remember. Both beat me. So, it's been weird. We went a long time without losing in this division, or losing 1 game. We've won 1 game from 8. So, yep, that's how I feel about it, viewers. And team-wise, I've changed a little bit how we operate. I think, actually, I'm looking at this again. Playing Smith maybe is more defensive, maybe even deep-lying player. I don't know. Something needs to change in the middle a little bit, because we're getting what feels like overrun. Maybe playing Calder. I mean, can you have too many advanced playmakers, or is it time to do what everyone suggested and finally make him a winger on attack? Maybe it is. David Hoey is nearly back to full fitness. He's very, very close. He's still lacking match sharpness, of course. He had this wrist injury that's affected him quite a lot, so he's not really been able to play that many games. You can see here from his form, I'm sort of playing him here or there. He's not really been performing, so dropped him for a little bit. Harry Farley has come in, and part of the issue is we're not really scoring enough goals. Of course, Wakefield's here as well now, so we've got lots of striking options when we need them. We've actually not started Kieran Wakefield in a game so far this season, and based on the fact we've lost the last couple, I think it's his turn to have a go. We play Dorking in a few days' time, but yeah, I just thought I'd bring you the up-to-date run on how badly it's going. In terms of players coming in as well, of course, we're slowly starting to look at players that are maybe slowly becoming available that weren't originally in the summer. So far, none of them want to join, so that's good. It's going to be a tough season. It's going to be a tough old year, viewers. It's going to be a tough old year. It's going to be a battle. I don't want a battle. I wanted to finish about 10th and then just relax. Then next season, promotion. And that would have had a great time, me and the viewers, having a party. But no, so sometimes you're just not allowed nice things. All right then, good news. Finally made it to game time. And of course, the big switch from last episode that we saw, Cohen comes in, plays on the right-hand side alongside Calder. His ability has been missed sorely. Look, fitness-wise, he's probably not quite at it yet. Similar situation to Hoey, but I wanted to get him in the team as quickly as possible. He was a key part of our successes last year. Fleming then in goal. We've got Minivan Reeve, Devitt playing next to him. Harfield at left back. I'm thinking actually maybe to play making him less attacking. It's not really gone swimmingly well so far. Putting both of them wing back support might be the way forward from here, actually. Smith sitting a little deeper in the centre. Zach Smith, of course, we've talked about the last episode. He can play multiple different roles. And Beaker behind Wakefield today. Hawks is in there as well as the Mazzala. He's he could be quietly understated this season and put in some really good performances, so hopefully that starts today. Cousin Radkar on the bench, as well as players like Rasulo, so if we do get injuries we can bring them on, and or not even injuries, just poor performances, we can bring them on. That's how substitutions work, viewers. I don't know if you're familiar. That's how they generally work. Dorking Wanderers though, we're going to pump fists. I can't remember the last time I pumped fists. You are disgusting. Welcome to the home of the Colonel. It's the KFC Arena, viewers. Yeah, I don't know if I should change these ad boards or I should be asking KFC to pay me. I mean, something needs to change here. Now, the problem I've had recently is they keep scoring long shots against me. Teams just shoot from really far out. And because we're on a square pitch, they've got a little bit more quality, and Fleming isn't the best. That's been happening on a more regular basis, which I've not been enjoying at all. So far, as of today, we are 9 games in with 9 points if we draw this. Of course, that means we're 8 from 8 as things stand. So we just start putting a little bit of a run together just to make sure we keep our survival. We are not a favourite for the title this season. We're not even a favourite to make the playoffs. We are very much a relegation candidate this season, and we're going to have to be at our absolute best in key games, close games, and not let those slip away from us and take the advantage, take the initiative. As Wakefield there, a shot was decent, but not finding the back of the net. And it has to happen on a regular basis. I think the most important thing, you'll have found this with Football Manager playing yourself, I'm sure. You get into a flow and a rhythm and players start playing well, and picking up form is so important. I don't want to be a team that sort of dally around the 10th to sort of 18th spots and constantly feel like we're battling to be into form. And that's something that I think when I get into saves like this, that's the problem I often encounter, and I'd rather not have that this time around, as that man's really quick. That's worrying. He's just, okay, well, he's missed, but you can see the square pitch playing into the hands of Dorking there. With that in mind, actually, in transition, I want us to start taking long kicks and making that a real point of our attacks, getting over the top towards Mbika, up towards Wakefield. We've seen it in previous seasons. Having seen them do it there, I want to sort of replicate that. In fact, what you can do, and this is something that I don't think people often remember and or notice, but when you're in transition, you don't have to necessarily distribute it to an area. You can do it to a position, and I think distributing it towards Mbika, who is a huge player, might be the key. First touch is pretty good as well at this level, so that's what we're going to start doing. Look for Mbika, work around him. We've got plenty of midfielders, a striker ahead of him, so it should work quite well. At half time, it's been pretty even, and I'm talking through tactical changes that I think make sense. So welcome back to Glory Hunter. No, good mug though. I mean, I like the mug. Still available actually. If you're doing a Glory Hunter save this year and you want to get yourself a mug, you can do. I noticed the green screen is ruining it a little bit, but look, it just goes straight. There's me through there. No, it's not even me. It's just nothingness. I forgot how green screens work for a second there, viewers. There's Minivan on that side. The thing about Minivan is you can tell it's him because he's got a nice bald head, so you can see it's always him. As we're revolving things around Mbika here towards Calder, who's not quite the impact this season as he has in previous. Of course, that is a bit of a gamble playing him. A Cohen, I'll tell you now, viewers, I put him in the team. We took a risk, and that is why he's capable of producing things that other players in my midfield don't seem to be. I feel like we were really lucky to get Frank Cohen, and now, again, I'm seeing once again, in fact, why. This is why he started the game. We might have to take him off. If we get a second, we definitely can do, of course, as he lashes a ball across the keeper. Lovely finish, 1-0. We've only had one win this season, so to get it here would be lovely, as the keeper there, Yanko, does really, really well from the long throw. Our long throws are pretty ineffective. It might be a point of canning those off, as that is hit very, very high. Harfield's under that. Smith, of course, in the centre of the midfield as the ball's played forward. You can kind of see how we're operating then. Our defensive player is sitting. Our fullback's not getting really far forward, neither on attack duties, so just sort of being there as support players. The two midfielders pressing forward. Wakefield with the support of Mbika, with Calder, who sort of starts to drift inside a little bit as we go on attacks. You can see Hawks the Mazzala, the first to help out in the attack here. If you get a shot off on goal, you can, but it doesn't go in. But that's just sort of how we're approaching things offensively. It does mean we leave a lot on the front three and then the midfield support. It's really important. Of course, we saw a Cohen score, having arrived pretty late into the penalty area. 83 minutes gone. I think there's two changes that make sense. Farley's going to come on up front. A Cohen who's got a fantastic game under his belt probably has to come off because of Brad Carr to replace him. Is the most logical, and look at me making changes. Don't make changes, Ben. This is what happens. The viewers say, okay, no, there is a free kick. Don't do it. 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 They didn't do it. I feel like I helped there by saying don't do it over and over again. I don't know if you felt that, viewers, but I felt it. Time ticking away though, and it looks like we might scramble to a 1-0 win. A 1-0 win that I very much appreciate. A Cohen's goal is going to be the difference as into the dressing room we go. People have written us off. Michael Emery thinks we should say that. I agree. They love that, and hopefully now, we talked about it before. Is the form going to start to pick up, or are we going to be very patchy with it? Next game coming up in just a moment against Wellston, who are where are they? They're named 5th. There they are. Billericay Town Gosport was 8-5. So, good heavens. Just have it as 3-0 as Kieran Wakefield is now injured. Fantastic. We've stopped the winless run. So we're back in business, good. This is what you want to see. And I'm approaching this a little bit more sensibly. I've got to remember, I think the important thing when you manage at this level is to remember what level you're at. And in previous years, I've sort of taken risks at the lower levels because it's all a little bit random. Whereas when you start getting towards the leagues that are legitimately within Football Manager, of course, you are then facing sides that are established, well put together. A lot of these guys, actually, I've not checked this season, but I am curious by, is how much they're spending compared to us. So we're just going to check that out now. down the bottom here, salary per annual. So we're already 9th on that. So like we're relatively high up, but it's the quality of player for your money. Like you look at Maidstone, Dagenham and Redbridge, they are spending like almost 4 times more than us. Definitely 3 times, right? So it's going to be tough. The difference between ourselves and some of the sides just below us is not that different. Welling, right down there, if you can see Welling there, Welling and Truro, they really are spending very small amounts of money. So it's going to be an interesting year, really interesting year. And if we finish 9th this season, that would be a big win for me. And then if you finish in 9th, though, you're looking at 7th going, can we nab that final playoff spot? There's a lot of teams that achieve something in this division. So it's up to us to be in the conversation. A third of the teams will be getting into the promotion spots. So I'd love that to be us. It might take some recruitment. I think that's going to be key. We're doing a talk through episode today, viewers. We're not doing as many jokes. This is serious business now because I've not won in a while. So it's like, right, let's take things back a little bit as we don't have a game for 9 days. I'll see you on the other side, viewers. It'll probably be Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? What day is it? It is Wednesday. Day of recording is Wednesday. So it'll still be Wednesday, apparently. I said we weren't doing jokes. I am the joke. Drink from the mug and shut up. All right. What a surprise. Youth Intake Day's just gone around, viewers. And this is a terrific group of players coming through. Has the potential to be a real golden generation. The only thing it says other than that is there are a healthy number of fullbacks. Well, unless there's 6 world-class fullbacks, then I'm not sure that I agree with this. It doesn't mention strikers anywhere. It just mentions that it's a potential to be a real golden generation, which it has always been. I don't believe it anymore, viewers. I feel like there's a little bit of lying going on by somebody. Anyway, whatever. Right, game coming up. Wellston. 2 days to go before we actually get there. It takes a while, doesn't it, to progress 9 days? Longer in real life, granted. But yeah, I'm still here. If you're wondering how the Streamer Showdown went at the weekend, I'll be doing a video on it. So we'll talk about that soon. Let's just say I was a contender at the wrong end of the table. All right, then. Game number 2. You can't see that. I'm not really doing it at the right angle, am I? 2. I don't know what that was. Don't know what I'm doing. David Hoey is nearly ready to go. I'm going to risk it. Wakefield was struggling for fitness anyway. So David Hoey is back in the lineup. His goals are going to be crucial. Harry Farley has done well, but he's really been the only player who's been playing for us up front. So it's whether a case of can Hoey do more. Of course, he's got this connection with Mbika that we know all too well. Changing Calder's roll-up is interesting to me because he's not got that acceleration, because his crossing's only at a 9. Will we look for someone else in this? This was always the fear, right? If I changed Calder's role, I would then start to think, well, I need someone to fit into the attributes of someone out there. He's 21. He's not getting any quicker. His mentals are still pretty good at this level, like really good at this level, really. The 15 flares, really good. Work rate, teamwork, all really great. First touch is fantastic. Technique. But it's the speed of him that is the big concern, and is that going to hold me back eventually? Only time will tell. So far this season, 9 appearances, 3 assists. He's probably on track again to do similar things with the assists, but the goal scoring, is he in position often enough? Is he able to get past fullbacks? Is he able to create chances for himself? And I think that's the key thing, and that's my worry with him. But I'm going to give him the chance. He's proven himself in previous seasons. If he does what he's done in those seasons again, then of course he stays in the side. Right then, Wellston. Here we go. Party time, viewers. Now we're cracking. Wellston versus Thames. Here we go. 13 minutes in then, we have ourselves a highlight sponsored by KFC. Now, this doesn't make any sense at all because we're away now and the board still works, so who knows anymore, viewers. Harfield gets the ball taken off him. And now Housley and Hills and anyone else beginning with the letter H is there. Reeves heads down to Calder. Now look, Calder is going to be maybe the spotlight of today's episode. We'll see how he does on this game in particular, right? As Harfield on it again. He's got options down the line, but has to go back inside. And oh no, Devitt went for it and missed it. And now O'Toole racing forward. He's only got one defender to beat. And Fleming, though, sort of did a bit of a curtsy as he picked that up. But there you go. I've just spotted something that I think's annoying me, viewers, as the phone has made a noise. Probably Ben Sports News. Wonder what he's up to. We've not had a shot in the first half an hour. We've not had a shot in the first half an hour. We're away from home. We're going to go a little bit more direct. I think we're trying to be a little bit too much clever. A little bit too much clever, clearly not. I've changed a few of the instructions round to maybe try and work on that right side, try and get Calder involved a little bit more, use his movement more than anything. We've had a shot since then. Again, we're not playing it quite as passively. I've had another shot. I'm just sort of noticing how we're actually finally having opportunities. It's not going brilliantly, viewers. Their XG is way higher than ours, and this might come down to us changing the system up a little bit, playing 2 in behind Hoey. Calder's on a 6.4, Rasulo's here and waiting. I feel awful because we've talked about him all the episode pretty much, and now I'm going to take him off. Cohen's going to become a deep line playmaker now, so we're not doing all the same things. And now Rasulo and Mbika behind Hoey. What I'm going to do with both these boys, though, they're going to stay a little bit wider and get further forward. They're really going to support him. It's almost going to be like a front 3, the way in which I want to play this. And we'll just see then, will it pay off for us? Again, playing the Streamer Showdown does make you think tactically about the game a lot more. And especially when you're sort of a lower league side, trying to find those little ways to maybe oust or better the opposition is so crucial. And Beaker in a 6.4, by the way, having a bit of a shocker. So it might be a case where we take him off for Farley, the other striker that we've got, and go for 2 up front and try and make them think about us a little bit more. 20 minutes to go. It's been pretty highlightless. I promise I have the highlights on today. Farley's going to come on then, and Beaker, it's a 6.2. It's a really poor performance from him, but we're going to push him right up alongside David Hoey. In fact, he quite likes to be a poacher, and Hoey doesn't mind being an advance forward. In fact, they both like being a poacher most of all. Okay, 2 poachers. I mean, I don't do this very often, but why not? 20 minutes to go, still unbalanced. Part of me thinks that where they're in the league table, an away point here is actually quite good, so I'm not going to overly push for this. Smith in the centre has got a booking and he's playing poorly. Cousin Brad Carr's going to come on. Look at me manage, viewers. What's got into me? Thinking about it logically, he wasn't playing well. None of the midfield are playing particularly well. The only thing I've not done really is shout at them enough, and I realise that now with 5 minutes to go. They've got a late throw in, and I talked about it 100 times, viewers. Is there going to be a world where we are winning, losing, drawing, and that's all we're doing, and we're not going on a run of wins or unbeatenness? The ball's flicked forward. We are not there. Devitt. I mean, it's a terrible... It's Nolan with an awful strike. 3 minutes to go. I'm actually going to go cautious for the final couple of moments. I'm going to take this as a point. And I think managing games like this is important, not losing them. We're drawing a lot of games at the moment, draws that I will maybe look back at the end of the season and say, if only we could have won some of them. But equally, newly promoted side in a tougher division, I'll take the points here and there to make sure that we are staying well away from a relegation battle. That's something I really don't want to be involved in, and because then I start to panic, viewers, as you can probably tell. But there we are, and that's going to conclude today. Let's await the media reaction and see what you lot said on socials, because I love reading these. I think I actually nodded off during that second half, said Mark. And we'll leave it there, viewers. If you enjoyed today's episode, please do drop a like on it. If you want to see some more, leave a comment. That's not what you do. Subscribe if you want to see more. But what I was going to say was leave a comment with some tactical advice. How would you maybe change the way we're doing things at the moment, the approach that we're going for? I think part of the issue right now is the quality of player isn't quite the level it's going to need to be for us to get promoted. But I think establishing ourselves this season is key. Do you agree with me? Disagree? Comment section. I'll be reading through the suggestions today, and we'll address a couple of them tomorrow. We're done with Kevin. For Benji, until next time. I'll see you again very, very soon. 5 o'clock again tomorrow for a whole lot more. Goodbye. See you soon. See you soon. See you soon. See you soon. I say soon. It's going to be probably 24 hours, isn't it?